Hey guys, it's really late. I Sunday night, April 18th, and we just got word of the Super League. And Tottenham Hotspur is among the 12 teams that's forming this Super European League of basically, I guess, the richest clubs in Europe. It's forming their own league that will play for their own trophy. Um, there's a lot of backlash in this. The main backlash that I'm hearing as a fan is the clubs that are part of the Super League will no longer qualify to play in the Premier League Cup games. I think there's a question if they will even still be in the Premier League. Um, and if they aren't, these clubs, the five from the English Premier League and the other top, Real Madrid, Barcelona, and the Italian clubs, make up a big share um, of fans as well as profits for those leagues, respectively. And if those clubs kind of leave and form their own league, the Italian league and the Spanish league and the British Premier League will kind of suffer from that because it's money taken out of that league, it's fans taken out of that league, it's a lot taken out of that league. So it's pretty much, I know they're not admitting it will destroy football as we know it as fans in a league structure that we're used to seeing. This is on the heels of the Champions League being set to be restructured to be more profitable, basically. I'm going to cut the BS. It's all about the profits to make it more profitable. And the Super League, it's not a new concept. It's come out before. Now, I'm going to just give you a few reasons why I think the Super League is a great idea. But eventually you'll know my answer. The first is football is dead, right? When Brazilian Ronaldo played for Real Madrid in the early 2000s and he was with Zidane, the Galacticos, I loved Spanish football. I watched Real Madrid every weekend. Back then we had TVU on the computer. I would, pirate the games and watch all the games. I loved Ronaldo. I loved Zidane. You had Figo. You had all the players I love. When Ronaldo left the league, I still watch. I was a Real Madrid fan. I like Barcelona. I like the Clásico. But it dawned on me, every year it was either Barcelona or Real Madrid winning the league. It was a cycle of teams that got relegated, and everyone else was mid-table with Sevilla, Valencia, Villarreal kind of falling under Real Madrid and Barcelona, always winning everything. And I was like, hey, this is boring. I just stopped watching that. And that was like 2006 when I was the same teams winning the league. Now, Italy is a little different, right? But Italy, the AC Milan, the Inter Milan, the Juventus, Roma, and not even Roma anymore. It's just like two or three teams always winning everything. It gets boring, right? It's not competitive anymore. I think the Super League kind of just shakes up the jar of this repetitiveness that's I think it kills football in a way, because when you look at it, it's the richest teams that buy the best players, best coaches, best equipment, will win everything. It's mathematical fact. And then soccer becomes a mathematical kind of thing where like the richest teams will win what they want to win. Man City is a perfect example of that, right? I remember, I'm not even gonna get to it, but remember, no one knew who Man City was. It was Manchester United. Man City was purchased by the richest people on the planet, and now Manchester City's winning everything. Every other year, Manchester City wins a league in England, or win a cup in England. So money kind of, it's just a game of money, and that takes away from the football. What's the point of football if I support Tottenham or I support Fulham or a poor team and I know they never will win anything? Leicester City is the exception to the norm in like the last 20 years of this repetitiveness, right? Leicester City won the league title, and they were in Champions League, and they've been kind of top of the table since then, since 2012. And they're a joy to watch. But It's just the one exception over like 5 leagues of the same. Even France, PSG, same teams winning everything. Germany, Bayern, Borussia Dortmund, same teams winning everything. Superliga pulls those teams out of this winning everything in their respective leagues into a Super League, where AC Milan, Inter Milan, Chelsea, the Tottenhams will play against each other, and that's probably it. And then you have a new structure of it's basically elevating the money, because now you have the richest clubs just playing against each other, and then the richest of those clubs will win everything in this Super League. It's kind of predictable what will happen. It's just to see who is the richest, and that's what football is basically. The richest clubs win everything, with a few exceptions. Every like 10 years or 5 years, there's a few exceptions where a team actually plays well regardless of the money or the wealth of the club behind them. And that's kind of the beauty of football. Like, there's always that little hope. But the Super League, you know, that's probably the biggest reason I would support a Superliga, because it's just, football is just repetitive. In respective leagues, it's always the same teams winning everything, right? I know Atletico Bilbao won the Kings Cup last year. I didn't even realize that. It was mentioned yesterday when Barcelona won it. And I was like, whoa, Athletic Bilbao won it the year before. It's things like that I like, right? The next thing, the second reason I think Super League might be a good idea is Champions League is also the same thing. You watch it Tuesday, Wednesday football, and the clubs that don't make Champions League, it's like, it's a target sometimes. Like, making a top 4 in that respective league is a target for clubs, right? You get in a Champions League, and I've seen this happen every year. Tottenham goes to Champions Leagues, Arsenal goes to Champions League, United, Chelsea. And when they get there in September, October, the next year when they're in Champions League, November, December gets really cold, and you have to go to Dynamo Zagreb or Russia, and it's cold, and then your players are just worn out, and then managers always complain. It's just the schedule is packed. We're playing games every other day, and then you have the cup games, right? In England now we have the 2 cup games, right? Carabao Cup, FA Cup, Champions League, and then you have teams like Manchester City now playing like 3 separate competitions at the same time with like the same 23 roster of players, and if you get injuries, it screws everything up, basically what I'm saying. But then it's short-term memory. The summer comes around, the year ends, season ends May, and then the September, we got to get in Champions League again. So the teams that's not in Champions League, that's all they want. And when they get there, they don't really want it, So I think that's kind of silly, and I see it every year. And I think Superliga will kind of, if it replaces Champions League, I think that's something on the table. It might be a good idea, because it's the same teams going to Champions League anyway. So what's the point of having a table of teams competing for a top 4 spot to get there instead of the number 1 spot? Basically, it kind of disillusions the goal of all the other teams below the top 4 positions. Getting in the top 4 is sometimes winning a title, but it shouldn't be. It should be winning the title. You should work hard for the title. So I think Superliga will kind of fix that. I've seen it. It annoys me, but it's not really something I complain about. The third thing Superliga will do is, soccer is not, I live in New York, and I think with NBC Sports, it's just, I can't watch Champions League and CBS. It's all over the place to watch football, right? If you want to watch English Premier League football, it's on one station, and you have to probably pay for that. If you want to watch FA Cup games, it's on a whole separate station. You want to watch Carabao Cup, doesn't even exist in this country. It's not televised. Champions League is something else. Europa League is something else. So it's all scattered all over the place if you want to watch your team play. Superliga will kind of converge all that into one mega package, right? Maybe it might be a streaming service just for Superliga, and I think that's great. You pay maybe one subscription fee and you watch your team play. And I think if it does do that, I would like it as a fan, overseas fan. Home fans in England and France, not France, Italy might not like it, because now they'll probably have to pay more money to see their teams play, or travel more to see their teams play. So the fans over there don't like it, but the fans on my side of the planet would like it. So I think that's probably it. But at the end of the day, I think it's bad for football because it just focuses on the money and not the pitch. It doesn't focus on what happens on the pitch. Um, I hope the best thing about this, I don't want a Super League of the Farm. I know Tottenham's already in it. Hopefully we don't get penalized. But I hope the thing that comes out of this, and I don't think they're gonna do it. It's too many fans. Football is nothing without fans, and the fans are gonna go crazy when they hear this. Especially the fans over there that I know, they will not let this happen. Um, and I know fans would burn jerseys and never support that club again if they do that. Looking at you, Arsenal AFTV fans. Um, but what I hope comes out of this is a discussion for improving football, the playing quality, the quality of the tournaments, the money is there and money is not going anywhere. The top teams, the richest teams, will probably keep winning everything. But I think there should be some distribution of wealth in football. There might be. I even was hoping teams that win it every year might just get a year off, right? And if the Superliga does form, it should be like that, like Manchester City, Manchester United. You win trophies every year. All right, just take off this year. We'll promote 4 extra teams from the bottom division, right, and bring them up to. I'm using the English league table as a result of this. So the League One come up into 8. Well, it's now 3 teams, so we just make 7 teams come into the Barclays Premier League. The 4 teams that won the top 4 spots just go play in the Superliga for a year, right? And then you have a whole new kind of table in the Premier League table. It looks different. There's new teams, and I think for neutral fans, for bringing new fans to the to watch this, it's a big thing. If one thing Superliga could possibly do without kind of like, messing everything up is that just have more teams promoted, top 4 teams. You don't come back to the Premier League for a year or 2 years, and you have more fans coming in that won't have access to their team, to watching their team play at a top table level. I think that's something in my head, but I know it's crazy. But I hope it brings discussions for improving the quality of football from a fan perspective. Because from even a Tottenham fan, like, it's just weird seeing the same teams win everything again. It's boring, right? I know Manchester City fans are new in the game and they kind of like winning every year, but it's gonna get 20 years. It's just gonna get boring. And then when that happens, you just start losing everything, But all right, so that's it. That's my top 3 reasons why Superliga would be good. And overall, I think it's a bad idea. It just emphasizes the money of the game and not the game itself. And I think it's just it's a spiral downwards of just the destruction of football.